2 days later, in the room, Chen Mo abruptly opened his eyes, and a terrifying light burst out from his eyes. At this moment, he had completely refined the undying demon flame. His cultivation had also successfully broken through from a 2-star Daolin to a 3-star Daolin. A thought passed through Chen Mo's mind, and a wisp of black-blue frightening flame immediately appeared in his palm. The moment this flame appeared, the entire room became incomparably hot. Even the air felt as though it was being burned into pieces. It was extremely strange. Devour and see. A thought passed through Chen Mo's mind, and he summoned the Sky Lightning Blood Eagle's beast flame, which rose from his other palm. The moment the blood-colored beast fire rose into the air, Ye Zichen's eyes lit up. The undying demon flame immediately trembled, expressing its desire to devour the blood flame to Chen Mo. Chen Mo's hand slowly approached the flame. Before they reached it, the undying demon flame suddenly turned into a ghost flame, like a tornado, and wrapped around the blood flame. In the next moment, the black-blue flame seeped into the blood flame, and as the undying demon flame's flame grew a little higher, the blood flame was completely devoured by the undying demon flame. Immediately, the undying demon flame's extreme temperature caused even the air to distort. Hiss! Chen Mo did the same thing, and let the undying demon flame devour the purple flame. This also increased the undying demon flame's temperature and power. The most important thing was that even if the purple flame and blood flame were devoured by the undying demon flame, Chen Mo could still separate the origin flame seed from them. In other words, Chen Mo could still use the angry Buddha lotus flame. As such, Chen Mo did not hesitate, and once again let the green lotus core flame devour the undying demon flame. Although the green lotus core flame was a heavenly flame, in front of the undying demon flame, it seemed to be suppressed by its bloodline, and was easily devoured by the undying demon flame. Not long after, a wild, ferocious, and destructive aura rippled out. Although the temperature was controlled by Chen Mo, the energy that swept out in that instant annihilated everything in the room into nothingness. In the end, the room was unable to bear the burden and collapsed, burying Chen Mo within. Boom! Outside, Qian'e, who was holding the Primer Auction House's invitation letter, looked at the collapsed room, and her expression changed drastically. When she was at a loss, the air rippled slightly as an invisible force erupted from the ruins. A rather wretched figure appeared before Qian'e. "My lord, are you all right?" Qian'e asked in a trembling voice. Chen Mo shook his head. "Get someone to clean it up." After saying this, he took out a bag of gold coins from his storage ring and tossed it to Qian'e. Soon after, Chen Mo walked towards another room. He had bought a courtyard, so naturally, he had more than one room. "Yes," Qian'e replied respectfully. Seeing that Chen Mo was about to leave, she hurriedly said, "My lord, this is an invitation letter from the Primer Auction House. They invite you to attend the auction tonight." "Okay, I understand." Chen Mo did not turn around. Instead, he pulled his palm backward and the invitation letter appeared in his hand. Night fell. After Chen Mo finished bathing, he changed into a grade 3 alchemist robe and headed to the Primer Auction House. Under the lead of a female attendant, Chen Mo walked into the auction that was in progress. Once he entered, the brightly lit environment dimmed. Waves of noise poured into his ears from all directions, causing Chen Mo, who was seeing such a scene for the first time, to feel a sliver of interest. The auction house was huge. It was not difficult to accommodate hundreds or thousands of people. At this moment, under the lights in the center of the auction house, a beautiful woman in a red kippah was explaining the items being auctioned with a charming voice that could make one's bones go numb. Amidst the woman's crisp and alluring voice, the men in the crowd felt their hearts burn. At the same time, some of them lost their rationality and raised the price of an item. Chen Mo entered from the back door. In such a dim environment, he should not have been discovered. However, at this moment, Ya Fei's gaze swept over Chen Mo and stopped for a moment. As the eye-catching Ya Fei, her pose had undoubtedly attracted many gazers to look back at her. Immediately, Chen Mo, who was wearing a grade 3 alchemist robe, caused an uproar. "It's him, the grade 3 alchemist grandmaster." "Hiss, what a young grade 3 alchemist. Not only is he young, but he's also very handsome. Did you notice?" Under the attention of countless gazers, Chen Mo's gaze made contact with Ya Fei, who was seated in the middle. Immediately, he sat down at a seat towards the back. His trip this time was for Ya Fei. He wanted to see if he could pull some wool out of her tonight. Jia Lai clan's patriarch, Jia Lai Bai, who was sitting in the front row, said to the person beside him. I heard that the invitation cards we sent were all rejected by him. Yes, not only our clans, but the Aoba clan and the Xiu clans were all rejected. The person beside him said respectfully. A grade 3 alchemist is not someone we can afford to offend. With his rallying power, he just needs to say a few words. With the size of our 3 great clans, we will be doomed eternally. Jia Lai Bai muttered to himself for a moment before saying, when the auction ends, follow me to personally greet him. Even if we can't rope him in, we have to show some goodwill to prevent him from getting close to the Xiu clan and the Aoba clan. Quote. Yes. A similar conversation occurred between the Aoba clan and the Xiu clan. A grade 3 alchemist might not be able to be roped in, but if they were to show some goodwill and let him get closer to them or not let the other 2 clans rope him in, the balance would be broken. This was the situation that the 3 great clans hoped for. The influence of an alchemist is really strong. Without doing anything, the 3 great clans value him so much. Xiu Yan, who was sitting at the back, glanced at Chen Mo not far away. His gaze carried a trace of yearning and respect. Haha, Xiu Yan Gege, the reason why an alchemist's status is so prominent is also related to their rarity and practicality. If one wants to become an alchemist, the requirements are extremely harsh. Sitting not far from Xiu Yan, a young lady who was showing signs of being able to topple cities smiled and said, first, one must have a fire affinity. Secondly, within the fire affinity, there must be a trace of wood energy mixed in to act as a catalyst for refining medicine. Hearing the young lady's detailed explanation, Xiu Yan asked, Zan, how do you know so much? Ah, who asked you to only know how to train and not read books? These are all in the books. The young lady who was called Zan had a trace of panic in her eyes. Xiu Yan Gege, he seems to have discovered us. Xiu Mei, who was sitting between Xiu Yan and Zan suddenly pushed Xiu Yan's arm and said. Xiu Yan and Zan were startled and raised their eyes to look. Then, the 3 of them looked at each other. What caused Xiu Yan to be surprised was that he actually smiled at him. This smile was a little strange, as if he was thinking about something that belonged to him. This caused Xiu Yan to feel strange. The other party was a respected alchemist, and a 3rd tier one at that. Even the entire Xiu clan was probably beneath his notice. Xiu Yan was just a newly promoted Daozhe, what was there to be concerned about? It must be an illusion. Xiu Yan thought in his heart. Zan Er's face slightly reddened. Looking at Chen Mo's face, she suddenly had a good impression of him. She had an indescribable feeling that not only was he handsome, but he also had an aura that attracted her. This caused Zan to shake her head in a panic and she hurriedly withdrew her gaze. She felt that she had let Xiu Yan Gege down. Xiu Yan Chen Mo muttered in his heart. He wasn't sure, but it was an indescribable intuition. A 3rd tier alchemist could attract the attention of countless people. But to the crowd, this kind of big shot was not in the same world as them, they were too far away. Thus, after looking for a while, they shifted their gazes back to Ya Fei in the center. How could he ignore such a beauty for a 3rd tier alchemist? Ya Fei gracefully walked on the auction stage. Under the tight red kipao, her voluptuous figure appeared, causing the crowd's heart to burn with passion. With a charming smile on her face, Ya Fei covered her mouth and said a few words to the crowd, once again bringing the atmosphere back to its previous climax. This caused Chen Mo to sigh in admiration. Ya Fei knew how to use her beauty to her advantage. Her methods were also extremely clever. She still didn't let you take advantage of her. Ya Fei felt a little pleased in her heart as she looked at the lively auction hall. Her many years of experience in the auction hall had made her understand how attractive her beauty was to men. Her red lips curled into a faint smile. Her eyes once again swept over Chen Mo and said with a smile. Everyone, the next item to be auctioned is the foundation elixir that everyone has been waiting for. Those of the younger generation under the Daoshi level must not miss out on it. It can increase their training speed. As she spoke, Ya Fei waved her hand and the lights on the stage suddenly dimmed. She extended her hand and took out a jade plate. On the plate, there was a small white jade bottle. Looking at the small white jade bottle, the gazes of the crowd immediately became much more fervent. Each and every one of them rubbed their fists and palms, preparing to take it into their pockets. This foundation elixir, the strength amassing pill and the return of spring powder were all made by the same person, and their quality is also flawless. As she spoke, Ya Fei chuckled. Her gaze suddenly shifted to Chen Mo below the stage. Her smile was charming and moving. Everyone should be clear that a flawless pill means that the medicinal energy within the pill can be completely absorbed. Moreover, the pill came from a third-grade alchemist, so its quality is guaranteed. At this point, numerous gazes once again swept towards Chen Mo. Being noticed by everyone, Chen Mo's expression was calm, and he nodded with a smile. After getting Chen Mo's confirmation, everyone's breathing quickened. Ding! Favorability +2. Obtained 2 favorability coins. Seeing that the other party was so cooperative, the charming smile on Ya Fei's face became even more brilliant. She boldly threw a coquettish glance at Chen Mo and immediately said, "This auction has a total of 10 bottles of foundation elixir. Without further ado, the starting price for the first bottle of foundation elixir is 15,000. Quote. On the stage, the smiling Ya Fei directly opened her mouth like a lion and doubled the price of the foundation elixir. So ruthless. Hearing the starting price of 15,000, even the people from the 3 great clans slightly twitched their mouths. But there was no other way. No matter how expensive it was, they still had to bid. Even though the foundation elixir was only a second-grade elixir, very few people knew the recipe for the foundation elixir, and the recipe was the lifeblood of an alchemist. Therefore, even if everyone had heard of the foundation elixir, they simply couldn't buy it on the market. 16,000. After a moment of silence, someone quickly called out a price. But just as this price was called out, it was quickly drowned out by the crowd. 17,000, 18,000, one after another, the price was raised to 23,000. This 23,000 was called out by the Jia Lai clan's Jia Lai Ao. But not long after, the Aoba clan's patriarch, Aobapa, raised the price to 43,000. Even though this was only the first bottle of foundation elixir, this elixir that could increase one's Daoqi training speed was rare in the entire Jia Ma Empire. If one more bottle could be auctioned off, then the clan would have one more genius disciple. In the end, after an incense stick worth of bidding, Aobapa won the bid for 48,000. Looking at the foundation elixir that only cost 1,000 gold coins to make, it was abruptly raised to 48,000. This kind of huge profit made Chen Mo smack his lips. No wonder all the alchemists were so rich. At the same time, it also made Chen Mo realize that the flow of resources in Wutan City was poor. This second-grade elixir could only be sold for 30,000 in the imperial capital. But in Wutan City, it could be sold for 48,000. Seeing that the first bottle of foundation elixir was sold for such a price, Ya Fei let out a sigh of relief. She glanced at Chen Mo and secretly thought, this kind of price has a lot to do with his alchemy skills. If it wasn't for Wuxia, no matter how much I said, no one here would be stupid enough to bid such a high price. Lightly shaking her head, Ya Fei looked at the people who were regretful because of the failure of the auction. She didn't feel any sympathy. As a qualified businessman, if she lowered the price because of sympathy, it would be unwise. Ya Fei raised her hand and smiled. The next batch of foundation elixirs will be auctioned off in batches of 3 bottles. The starting price will be 100,000. Let's start the first batch. Looking at the 3 bottles of foundation elixir on the white jade plate on the stage, everyone's breathing became slightly hurried. They knew that the real fighting had just begun. 110,000. Aobapa shouted with a look of determination. 130,000. This time, Jia Lai Bai didn't let it go and directly raised the price by 20,000. Soon after, the Xiu clan's patriarch, Xiu Zan, also joined in the bidding. Regarding this, Chen Mo wasn't interested. Letting them compete, Chen Mo closed his eyes and waited for the auction to end. The auction lasted for half an hour. Seeing that the auction was about to end, Chen Mo's gaze met with Ya Fei's for a moment. He then walked out of the auction house and went backstage to wait for Ya Fei. Not long after, "Sorry for making you wait." Ya Fei swayed her slender waist, releasing a seductive charm. She walked out with a smile on her face. Her curvaceous body made Chen Mo, who had only eaten meat a few times, feel a rush of fire in his heart. But Chen Mo's willpower was firm. He smiled and said, "Is the auction over?" "Yes." Ya Fei smiled and nodded. She waved her hand and a purple jade card appeared in her hand. She charmingly smiled and said, "After deducting the 5% handling fee, the total auction price of all the elixirs is 896,500 gold coins. It's all in the card." Chen Mo didn't take it. Instead, he took out a slip of paper from his storage ring and handed it over. "Help me prepare these ingredients. P.S. Zhen Er's appearance doesn't follow the anime, it's too ugly. Yao Ye's modeling is not bad. In addition, the people from Wu-Tan City who were supposed to appear have already appeared. Later on, the auction will speed up." Ya Fei suspiciously took the slip of paper and her beautiful eyes immediately lit up. 12 50-year-old inky leaf lotuses, 6 ripe snake saliva fruits, 3 20-year-old spirit-gathering grasses, and 3 water-type level 2 magic cores. Weren't these the materials needed to make spirit-gathering powder? And it was 3 portions at that. After preparing these ingredients, a quarter of the gold coins in the card would be used up, and the rest of the pills would be used to make various ingredients. If these ingredients could be prepared, the auction house would definitely be able to make a huge profit from it. Ding! Affection +2. Obtain 3 affection coins. Ya Fei smiled as she sat in the chair opposite Chen Mo, her enchanting curves showing. She curiously asked, "Ya Fei only knows that a portion of the ingredients are used to make chi gathering powder. What kind of pills are the rest of the ingredients used to make?" Chen Mo didn't say anything and only smacked his lips. Seeing this, the smile on Ya Fei's face became even wider. She personally took out a teacup and poured tea, handing it over. Holding the teacup and taking a sip, Chen Mo's gaze unnoticeably swept across Ya Fei's enchanting cleavage when she bent over. He then raised his eyes to look at Ya Fei at a 45-degree angle. With a smile on his face, he said in a gentle and magnetic voice, "Ya Fei, have you heard of the Daoxie pill?" His features were exquisite, and there was an indescribable immortal aura between his eyebrows. The most important thing was Chen Mo's starry eyes, which made people sink into them. These eyes were incomparably deep and blue, as if they contained a vast universe. Ding! Affection +2. Obtain 3 affection coins. Ya Fei felt as if she had been electrocuted, and her face flushed red. She immediately came back to her senses and hurriedly threw away the strange emotions in her heart. She didn't dare to be negligent and said, "Ya Fei doesn't know." Chen Mo stared at the increasing favorability rating. What he wanted was to look unfathomable. Then, he waited for her to ask. The Daoxie pill is a type of top 3rd grade pill that increases a Daoxie's strength. After taking it, if one is lucky, it can directly increase their strength by 1 star. Even if one is unlucky, it can increase their training speed without any side effects. However, a fighter can only take one in his lifetime. Quote. Hearing the young man's casual words, Ya Fei was stunned. Her charming face was filled with surprise, and then she said in shock, "There's such a miraculous medicinal pill. Ya Fei has never heard of it." Quote. Of course there is. It's a type of medicinal pill that has been lost since the ancient times. Coincidentally, I obtained the recipe. The Alchemy Saints alchemy canon that Chen Mo had obtained previously contained tens of thousands of pill formulas in the world. As for the Daoxie Dan, it was actually called the Spirit Yuan Dan. Chen Mo just changed the name of the Daoqi continent. Hiss. After hearing this, Ya Fei's rosy lips opened wide. While she was surprised, she was also a little moved. Her talent for cultivation was extremely poor. Now that she was 21 years old, she was only a 2-star Daoxie. Even so, she had relied on pills to raise her cultivation. If she took the Daoxie Dan, her strength would increase even more. Seeing Ya Fei's expression, Chen Mo knew that she had taken the bait. Thus, he said, if Ya Fei doesn't believe me, I can let you try it for free when I refine it. Ya Fei was stunned again. Immediately, her heart was filled with joy. She smiled and said, what are you saying? How can Ya Fei not believe you? However, I can't accept it for free. Ya Fei is willing to pay for it. Chen Mo nodded and didn't mention the matter of free. His intentions were too obvious. It was just the beginning, so it was better to take it slow. Taking another sip of tea, Chen Mo moistened his mouth and said, prepare all the ingredients as soon as possible. Also, help me find out where I can find a 6th level monster core. If you do well, I'll let you handle the auction of the Dao Zhedan later on. Quote. Chen Mo began to place another bait. As expected, the moment the bait was placed, the system's voice sounded. Open black lens bracket ding, affection +3. Received 1 foundation building dan, close black lens bracket. Chen Mo looked at the description of the foundation building dan. To a certain extent, it could change one's physique and reshape one's bones. Chen Mo knew that the next bait was coming. Hearing this, Ya Fei's heart thumped and the light in her eyes grew brighter. After listening to Chen Mo explain the effects of the Dao Zhedan, Ya Fei clearly knew the value of the Dao Zhedan. If the news spread, the 3 great clans of Wutan City would go crazy. They would do their best to get the Dao Zhedan. The starting price would be at least 300,000 gold coins. If she could accept this order, she would be one step closer to achieving her goal. Ya Fei's long and beautiful eyes curved beautifully. She did her best to guarantee, don't worry, the primer auction house will definitely do their best to find out for you. All the ingredients will be prepared as soon as possible and delivered to your door. Chen Mo nodded and smiled. I said last time that you don't need to be so polite. You and I are of the same generation. Chen Mo was trying to get closer to her. Ya Fei smiled. I wouldn't dare. Then let's forget about the Qi Gathering Elixir auction. Chen Mo joked. Don't. In the future, Ya Fei will call you Chen Mo. Ya Fei was frightened. Okay, I still have things to do, so I'll leave first. Seeing that everything had been settled, and that the day's mission was almost done, Chen Mo stood up, waved his hand, and walked out. Chen Mo, I'll see you out. Ya Fei quickly stepped forward and eagerly led the way. Under Ya Fei's guidance, Chen Mo walked out of the room. Just as he stepped out, he raised his head and his footsteps slowed down. In the auction house opposite, 3 groups of people walked out, looking at each other coldly. The 3 groups of people swaggered through the hall. Wherever they passed, the other people hurriedly gave way. In Wutan City, there were no other powers that dared to provoke the 3 great clans. At the front of the 3 groups of people, the 3 clan leaders looked at each other coldly and spoke nonsense. Soon after, their gazes suddenly froze and their faces changed greatly. In the guest hall opposite, the head auctioneer of the primer auction house, Ya Fei, personally welcomed a young man wearing an alchemist's robe. The 3 of them immediately went forward, and the people behind them hurriedly followed. While he was calling Lin Fan, Master, there was even a hint of flattery on his smiling face. I am the Jia Lai clan leader, Jia Lai Bai. Greetings to Master. I am the Aoba clan leader, Aoba Pa. Greetings to Master. I am the Xiu clan leader, Xiu Zan. Greetings to Master. You are Xiu Zan, Chen Mo asked as he looked at the middle-aged man in luxurious robes in front of him. His face looked amiable. Towards them, Chen Mo did not treat them the same way he treated Ya Fei. He put down his airs and picked them up again, maintaining the unique arrogance of an alchemist. Even his tone was indifferent. This, in turn, made everyone respect him even more. Ya Fei naturally felt this change and felt an indescribable joy in her heart. Ding! Favorability +1. Received 1 favorability coin. Master knows me. Xiu Zan slightly raised his eyes and asked respectfully. P.S. Tomorrow is the last day of double monthly votes. For those readers who have not voted, please vote for the orange cat. Thank you. Hearing this, Jia Lai Bai and Aoba Pa couldn't help but frown. They looked at each other and their faces became serious. They were afraid that Chen Mo and Xiu Zan knew each other. If Chen Mo helped the Xiu clan, then the balance between the three clans in Wu-Tan City would be broken. Chen Mo pursed his lips and smiled. He looked at the girl in a pink dress behind Xiu Zhan, and then looked at the handsome youth in a black robe. He said with a smile, "You're right. You should be Xiu Yan, right?" As soon as these words were spoken, everyone was stunned, and they wondered why Chen Mo would reveal a kind smile to a little kid. "You know me," Xiu Yan frowned. He felt that Chen Mo's smile didn't have good intentions. Zhan Er's eyebrows also twitched. Xiu Zhan quickly asked, "Grandmaster knows Yan Er?" "Not really, but I've heard of him. An 11-year-old Dao Zhe, the famous genius of Wu-Tan City. His talent is amazing. Even I can't help but feel inferior." Quote. Chen Mo said with a smile. After coming to Wu-Tan City, Chen Mo had specifically asked about Xiu Yan. Hearing Chen Mo's praise, Xiu Zhan was happy. He smiled and said, "My son is just lucky." Beside Chen Mo, Ya Fei was holding back her laughter. Chen Mo was a 19-year-old Tier 4 alchemist. The moment he said that he was inferior, Ya Fei felt that Chen Mo was looking down on Xiu Yan. Chen Mo was indeed praising Xiu Yan. He casually waved his hand and said, "Luck is also a part of ability. Who knows, maybe he will become an alchemist in the future." Hearing these words, everyone was stunned. Even Ya Fei was stunned. An alchemist telling a Daoqi genius that he might become an alchemist in the future. Wasn't his intention to take Xiu Yan as his disciple? Xiu Zhan was stunned. He was secretly happy. If Yan Er had a third-tier alchemist as his teacher, he would definitely soar to the sky. Jia Lai Bai and Ao Ba Pa's faces became ugly. If Chen Mo took Xiu Yan as his disciple, wouldn't that mean that he was completely leaning towards the Xiu clan? At that time, even if the two families joined forces, they would not be a match for the Xiu family. However, what Chen Mo said next not only stunned everyone, but also confused them. Chen Mo said to Xiu Yan, "The ring on your hand is not bad. I like it very much. Name a price and I'll buy it." Ring. Xiu Yan's ring. Hearing this, everyone's gazes shifted to Xiu Yan's hands. Immediately, they saw a black ring on the finger of Xiu Yan's right hand. Everyone was stunned. This ring was pitch black and simple. There was nothing out of the ordinary about it. Xiu Yan's and Xiu Zhan's expressions changed. "I'm not selling it. This belongs to my mother. Don't even think about it." Seeing that the other party was actually thinking about the things that his mother had left behind, Chen Mo's words appeared to have touched Xiu Yan's fury. Xiu Yan's eyes suddenly turned red as he roared loudly. Xiu Yan had already felt a little strange during the auction. From the looks of it now, this was indeed the case. Seeing Xiu Yan's big reaction, Xiu Zhan felt extremely awkward. The gloomy Jia Lai Bai's face instantly turned into one of ridicule. As if to curry favor with Chen Mo, he said, "How dare you be disrespectful to Grandmaster?" Ao Ba Pa also helped Xiu Yan and said, "Kid, it's your honor that Grandmaster Ren has taken a fancy to your ring. Don't fail to appreciate his kindness." His words seemed to be helping Xiu Yan, but in reality, he was trying to stir things up. If Xiu Yan asked for an exorbitant price and said that he would only sell it if he could raise the strength of a Dao Shi, then it would be disadvantageous for both families. Chen Mo touched his face in wonder. "If you don't want to sell it, then don't sell it. Why are you shouting so loudly?" However, he did not get angry. With the system, he did not really need Xiu Yan's ring that contained Yao Lao. It was just a sudden impulse. Soon after, he smiled and said, "Don't you want to hear what I'm going to offer in exchange for your ring?" "No matter what you offer, I won't sell it." Xiu Yan sternly refused. "A 3-line spirit cleansing pill," Chen Mo said. When these words fell, everyone's faces shook. A normal 3-line spirit cleansing pill could help a Daoshi break through to the Daoshi level. If a Daoshi took it, there was a small chance of raising the user's level by 1 star without any backlash. However, a person could only take one in their lifetime. If they took a second one, it would be ineffective. This was a godly pill that could create a Daoshi level. Jia Lai Bai and Ao Ba Pa's faces sank once again. "Not selling," Xiu Yan refused without any hesitation. 2. Chen Mo continued. "Not selling." 3. Chen Mo added. For a moment, everyone's breathing became hurried as their hearts burned. With such a generous exchange, if it were them, let alone a ring, they would definitely agree. Even if their wives were to be used in exchange, they would not refuse. At this moment, even Suzanne was moved. I said, no matter what you offer, I won't exchange it. Xiu Yan still refused. Xiu Yan refused again. The atmosphere at the scene suddenly became quiet, as if a storm was about to come. This was because they knew that Xiu Yan's repeated rejections would undoubtedly anger the Grand Master. Then, Xiu Yan's doomsday would arrive. It might even implicate the Xiu clan. Jia Lai Bai and Ao Bapa, whose faces were still heavy, suddenly rejoiced in Xiu Yan's misfortune. Chen Mo's reaction once again exceeded everyone's expectations. He smiled and said, "It's just a normal business transaction. Why are you all so nervous? Since you're not selling, I won't force you." Quote. Chen Mo glanced at Jiu Zhen beside Xiu Yan before turning to Ya Fei and said, "No need to send me off, I still have things to do, so I'll be leaving first." Without waiting for anyone to react, he strode out of the auction house. Now was Xiu Yan's peak period, not selling was normal. Later on, when his Dao Qi declined, it would be much easier to trick him. Now that he was 11 years old, it would not be long. If he tried to snatch it, with Zhen beside him, it would not work. Moreover, he did not want to start a feud for no reason. Looking at Chen Mo's disappearing back, Xiu Zhan wiped the cold sweat from his forehead and said, "Yan, in the future, don't be so reckless." On the side, after the shock, Jia Lai Bai and Ao Bapa's eyes were as jealous as a rabbit's. The next 2 days, Chen Mo would use the excuse of inquiring about the preparation of the medicinal ingredients to contact Ya Fei. Over and over again, Ya Fei's favorability towards him reached 30. "Chen Mo, these are the medicinal ingredients needed to refine the qi gathering powder. As for the Dao She Dan, it will take a few more days." Ya Fei personally carried a jade plate and stopped beside Chen Mo. Slightly bowing, she carefully placed the jade plate on the table with an apologetic look on her face. "It's okay, how's the inquiry about the 6th rank monster core? I'm really sorry. You should know that if you want to obtain a rank 6 monster core, you need to kill a rank 6 magic beast. A rank 6 magic beast is comparable to a Dao Huang. In addition, the current situation in the Jia Ma Empire is very unstable, so it is very difficult to find out." Ya Fei's charming face carried a trace of apology. She had indeed tried her best to find out, but a rank 6 monster core was a rare thing. Moreover, most people treated it as a treasure. Even if there was one, it would not be taken out for circulation. Chen Mo frowned slightly. There were only 3 rank 6 monster cores left to cultivate the golden body. There was no set attribute. As long as it was 3 rank 6 monster cores, it would be fine. When Ya Fei saw Chen Mo frown, she immediately became nervous. If she made the other party unhappy because of this matter, the cooperation in the future would be broken. Ya Fei wanted to cry to death. Therefore, Ya Fei said anxiously, "But Chen Mo, don't worry. Give me a period of time and I will definitely give you a satisfactory answer. It's fine. You don't need to apologize. Asking you to find a rank 6 monster core is indeed a bit difficult." Looking at Ya Fei's nervous appearance, he smiled and said, "How about this, help me find out where there are other rank 6 magic beasts other than the amethyst-winged lion in the Magic Beast Mountain range." Ding! Favorability +1. Obtained 1 favorability coin. Phew! Ya Fei sighed in relief. Seeing that the other party understood her so well, she could not help but have a good impression of him. She hurriedly nodded, "No problem. But Chen Mo, why are you asking about rank 6 magic beasts? Don't tell me you want to." A rank 6 magic beast was comparable to a Dao Huang in the human world. Moreover, a magic beast's strength was greater than a human's. Therefore, a rank 6 magic beast was not an ordinary Dao Huang. Naturally, it is to hunt. Chen Mo nodded and did not hide anything. Ya Fei was shocked. Her pair of charming eyes looked at Chen Mo and said in surprise, "Will that person take action?" Ya Fei knew that behind Chen Mo stood Queen Medusa. If that person took action, it would be easy to deal with a few rank 6 magic beasts. Chen Mo knew that Ya Fei was talking about Queen Medusa. He smiled and shook his head. No, I'll do it myself. As soon as he said this, Ya Fei's beautiful eyes widened, and her face was filled with disbelief. Are you serious? Although Ya Fei could not see through Chen Mo's strength, she did not think that at the age of 19, other than being a Tier 3 alchemist, he was also a Dao Huang. After all, for a person to have such a high achievement in alchemy at such a young age, he definitely wouldn't have the time to cultivate. Not to mention that he had even reached the Dao Huang level. Of course I'm serious. Chen Mo picked up the teacup and took a sip. Gulp. Ya Fei swallowed her saliva and said with shock, are you really a Dao Huang? No. Chen Mo shook his head. Phew. Ya Fei heaved a sigh of relief. She almost thought that a person could be so monstrous. However, Chen Mo's next sentence scared Ya Fei so much that she almost fell to the ground. Although I am not a Dao Huang, I didn't say that I don't have the strength of a Dao Huang. In the original novel, Ya Fei also worshipped the strong, so Chen Mo didn't pretend. Then you are a Dao Wang. Although a 19-year-old Dao Wang was more heaven-defying, it was still easier to accept than a Dao Huang. Moreover, in the continent, there were Dao Wangs who defeated Dao Huangs. Chen Mo shook his head. No, I'm just a Dao Ling. Da. This time, if Ya Fei didn't support herself to the chair, she would have fallen to the ground. A Dao Ling wanting to kill a Dao Huang, if this wasn't a fantasy, what was? What was the difference in between? If he really killed a Dao Huang, this was even more monstrous than becoming a Dao Huang at the age of 19. After all, if he could kill a Dao Huang when he was a Dao Ling, then when he reached the Dao Huang level, wouldn't a Dao Zong be his opponent? Chen Mo, don't joke around, my little heart can't take it. Ya Fei quickly picked up the teacup on the table and took a big gulp to calm herself down. Then, what's wrong? That's what I drank. Chen Mo narrowed his eyes and smiled. Ya Fei's cheeks turned red and she almost spat out the tea in her mouth. She immediately put down the teacup and took out a handkerchief from her storage ring to wipe the tea that had overflowed from her mouth. Ya Fei's cheeks were hot. She had already lost her composure in front of Chen Mo twice. I'm sorry, I drank your tea, I'll pour you a new cup. After saying that, Ya Fei took out a new teacup and poured Chen Mo a new cup. No need, I have something to do, I'll leave first. Chen Mo got up and strode out of the room. I'll send you off. Ya Fei jogged in front of Chen Mo and personally sent him off. Along the way to the entrance of the auction house, Chen Mo tilted his head and smiled. If you don't believe me, I can bring you to have a look. Chen Mo was a layman. He didn't know what modesty was. Presumably, when he showed off in front of Ya Fei, he would be able to gain a lot of goodwill. And at that time, they would definitely be in the wilderness. Who knows, maybe they could even go camping at night. Camping, a cave, a man and a woman alone, got it. Thinking about it this way, it really could work. 3 days later, Chen Mo brought the finished qi gathering elixir to the auction house for Ya Fei to auction. He took the opportunity to gain 3 points of goodwill from Ya Fei. Seeing that the other party had really refined the qi gathering elixir. Even though Ya Fei and Jiu Ni had already guessed that Chen Mo was a 4th-tier alchemist, they still fell into a state of shock. A 19-year-old 4th-tier alchemist, this was too heaven-defying. This also made Ya Fei's thoughts of winning over Chen Mo even more. Open black lens bracket ding, goodwill +2, gain 2 goodwill coins, close black lens bracket. Ya Fei smiled and said, Ya Fei will let the auction house advertise for 2 days before starting the auction. That way, your profits will be even greater. Go arrange it. Chen Mo nodded. Great Tagore Desert. The silver moon hung high in the sky. Serpent People Palace. In the bedroom, the lights were brightly lit. Dai sat on the edge of the bed, looking at the finished black robe on the table. She couldn't help but curl up on the bed, sobbing softly, tears falling like rain. She didn't know why she was crying. Even though half a month had passed, she still couldn't help but feel sad. Her sister's deceit and Chen Mo's departure made her lose 2 unforgettable things. She didn't hate her sister. After all, her sister was the most important person in her life. But when she thought about how the person who cared for her so much, helped her without asking for anything in return, and even risked his life to protect her, was taken away by her sister. She didn't know why, but her heart hurt like a knife. The despair that rose from the bottom of her heart made it difficult for her to maintain her rationality. Although she said she didn't hate, but when it really happened, it would be a lie to say she didn't hate. And Chen Mo, that big liar. How could you be with my sister? Woo woo, the night wind rustled, and the moonlight poured over the royal city below. The hazy light shone through the window and into the huge bedroom. It was silent, and the scene seemed to be frozen. On the soft couch inside, under the light curtain, the graceful and charming Queen Medusa was lying on her side on the soft couch, cold and enchanting. She seemed to have fallen asleep, but her long and narrow eyes that were filled with sadness were open. She lowered her head and stared blankly at the silver magic core necklace in her hand. She didn't know how long she had been staring at it. It was late at night, but she didn't feel sleepy at all. She vaguely remembered 3 months ago, a handsome young man in a white robe with a wicked smile on his face. Those infuriating words rang in her ears. Baby Queen, are you tired? Let me massage your shoulders, okay? Baby Queen, you're wearing so many clothes. It's affecting your development. Look, it's flat. Let me massage it for you. Queen Medusa bit her lower lip lightly. Her hand unconsciously covered the tube top on her chest. She felt that it was difficult to breathe, as if a warm body was pressing down on her. Her mind inexplicably recalled that a month ago, she and Chen Mo had truly become one in the truest sense of the word. She didn't know why, but he kissed her from head to toe, even her feet. She bit her lower lip and resisted for a moment. Then, her hand unexpectedly slid down. A moment later, a slightly hurried breathing sound was heard. On the soft couch, a graceful body curled up. Her feet arched, revealing the charming waistline. Not long after, Queen Medusa, who was sweating profusely, soaked herself in the wooden bucket filled with water. An unknown amount of time passed like this, followed by the sound of splashing water. A hysterical sobbing sound was heard. Why did you do this to this king? Sob. She sobbed softly, sobbing silently. She forced herself to forget him, but not only could she not forget him, every time it was late at night, the memories that were deep in her mind and body would suddenly surge out. It made the memory traces engraved in her bones deepen again. The next day, sister, are you going out? Hearing that her elder sister wanted her to temporarily take charge of the Snake People tribe, Dai's mind went blank. Aren't we in a cold war? Why did you suddenly leave behind such a big order? Queen Medusa nodded and took off the Medusa Phoenix crown on her body. Then, she helped Butterfly wear it one by one. Dai pursed her lips. Sister, are you going out to look for Chen Mo? Queen Medusa paused and said coldly, this king wants nothing more than to kill him. Why would he look for him? Sister, where are you going? The injuries in my body have almost healed. Now that the strong people of the Jia Ma Empire have suffered serious injuries, it is the best opportunity for the Snake People tribe to walk out of the desert. I plan to head to the Jia Ma Empire to investigate. Quote. High above the Great Tagore Desert, a mysterious human figure wearing a long black robe and a white jade mask rushed in the direction of the Jia Ma Empire. Wu-Tan City. In the Primer auction house, there was a lot of hype. In 2 days, the news that the Primer auction house would be auctioning off 3 Chi gathering elixirs swept through the entire Wu-Tan City. If the previous auction of the Foundation elixir was considered a small matter, this auction of the Chi gathering elixir could be said to have mobilized the entire Wu-Tan City. In these 2 days, whether it was in the city's taverns or the street vendors, the Chi gathering elixir was inseparable. To be able to let a person with 9 Duan Chi have a 100% chance of condensing a cyclone and becoming a Daoje, who wouldn't go crazy? The people of the 3 great clans couldn't sit still. When they found out that the starting price for each Chi gathering elixir was 200,000. They even thought of selling or mortgaging some of their unimportant assets to obtain large amounts of gold. In short, if possible, all 3 Chi gathering elixirs were to be auctioned off. After all, each Chi gathering elixir had the potential to create a young Daoje. The Seo family, at the peak of a cliff in the back mountain. A young man wearing a long black robe sat on the grass, breathing in and out the Tao Chi of heaven and earth. Suddenly, the young man opened his eyes, his face gloomy and somewhat aggrieved as he muttered, "That feeling, it's here again." Ever since he had become a Tao Zhe, the Tao Chi that he had absorbed into his body had disappeared without a trace. This strange situation left the young man scratching his head in confusion. What worried the young man was that the Tao Chi in his body kept disappearing. His Tao Chi would regress. At that time, his reputation as a genius would be lost overnight, and his glory would be gone. He had told his father in private, and his father had found a professional doctor to examine him. Of course, the examination was based on physical discomfort, not the loss of Tao Chi. But after a full examination, the doctor's words were, "Young clan leader's body is very good." Just in case, his father found 2 more doctors. Their words were more or less the same. In the end, his father rubbed his head and said, "Yan, it's probably because you're under too much pressure that you're hallucinating. Just take a good rest and you'll be fine." This made Seo Yan feel extremely helpless. "I hope it's only temporary." On the other side, in a secluded bamboo forest courtyard, an old man with a blurry face in a black aura was kneeling in front of a golden-robed girl and respectfully said, "Miss, I found out that the 3 Chi gathering pills that the primer auction house is auctioning are all made by the same tier 3 alchemist from last time." As expected, the girl in the golden robe turned around, and a look of understanding appeared on her delicate little face. She immediately said, "That's right. According to my understanding, to refine a Chi gathering pill, one needs to be at least a tier 4 alchemist. A tier 4 alchemist is someone that even the Jia Ma Empire's royal family would try to rope in, but now he's come to this small Wutan city." Waiting for the girl to finish speaking, the black-robed old man said in a deep voice, "Miss, not only that, the strange thing is that I can't see through his true cultivation." Hearing this, the girl's face froze and immediately said, "For a tier 4 alchemist to appear in this small Wutan city, it's definitely not that simple. Old Ling, after the auction, you should go and test him." Quote, "Yes, ... Today's primer auction house was without a doubt the most popular auction in recent years. In the spacious hall, there was a surge of people and the clamor made Chen Mo frown. "Grandmaster Chen Mo, you've come. Miss Ya Fei specifically asked me to wait for you outside, please come in." Seeing Chen Mo leave, Ji Yuni, who was chatting with Jia Lai Bai and the others, immediately went up to greet him with a smile on his face. This caused Jia Lai Bai and Ao Ba Pa's faces to slightly change. Even though alchemists were revered, there was still a clear hierarchy between alchemists. Grandmaster Ji Yuni was only a second-tier alchemist. Compared to Grandmaster Chen Mo, he was still 1 tier lower. The 2 of them looked at each other and went up to greet him. Jia Lai Bai greets Grandmaster. "Long time no see, Grandmaster is still as elegant as ever." Jia Lai Bai, who was wearing a gorgeous brocade robe, was not stingy with his flattery. Ao Ba Pa also echoed from the side. As for Ji Yuni, he was a shrewd man and naturally knew how to curry favor better. He said, "All the Chi gathering elixirs in today's auction were made by Master Chen Mo and are of flawless quality. You should know that to refine a Chi gathering elixir, one must at least be a 4th tier alchemist." Quote. Hearing this, Jia Lai Bai and Ao Ba Pa's faces changed. 4th tier alchemist. Heavens, that kind of person could be the president of an alchemist branch. This kind of person actually appeared in front of them. Immediately, their flattery became even more intense. Regarding this, Chen Mo only faintly smiled. He originally planned to enter the auction house under Ji Yuni's guidance. But at this moment, the Seo clan's group walked in. Chen Mo naturally saw Seo Yan behind them. Chen Mo thought of Seo Yan's stern rejection last time and suddenly became interested. "Clan leader Jia Lai Bai, clan leader Ao Ba Pa, I understand. If there is an opportunity, I will look for your 2 clans to work together." After saying this, without waiting for the 2 to respond, he walked into the auction house through the special VIP channel. Jia Lai Bai and Ao Ba Pa's faces froze and immediately became ecstatic. The Grandmaster actually took the initiative to look for them to work together. They were not greedy for big business deals. If they could get a little profit from Chen Mo, they would be satisfied. Immediately, they hurriedly followed him. Such a big thigh, they had to hold on tight. Hearing this, Xiu Zhan's face darkened. He was not stupid. How could he not understand that these words were most likely meant for him? It seemed that Yan was holding a grudge against him for not giving him face last time. The faces of the elders behind Xiu Zhan also turned solemn. Xiu Yan clenched his hand into a fist and his knuckles cracked. When Xiu Zhan and the others entered the auction house and saw Chen Mo, Jia Lai Bai and the others sitting together, the hands hidden in their sleeves clenched tightly. His expression was extremely ugly. After calming himself down, Xiu Zhan stepped forward and clasped his fists towards Chen Mo. He squeezed out a smile and said, "Grandmaster Chen Mo, my son offended you that day. Please forgive him." Yan, hurry up and apologize to the Grandmaster. Xiu Zhan turned around and asked Xiu Yan, "Father, I didn't do anything wrong. He was the one who wanted mother's belongings first. He should be the one apologizing." Xiu Yan was still a genius at the moment. He had enjoyed the admiration of many people for many years. How could he easily lower his head and apologize to Chen Mo? Clan leader Xiu, Master Chen Mo is an honored guest of the Primer auction house. Ji Yuni, who had not yet left, frowned and coughed dryly. Xiu Zhan's expression changed slightly. Jia Lai Bai and Ao Ba Pa didn't say anything, but the corners of their mouths curled up with a hint of schadenfreude. Young clan leader Xiu, I don't like what you are saying. That day, I did take a fancy to your ring, but that was a normal exchange. I didn't make things difficult for you after that, so why would I apologize? Pausing, Chen Mo said in a deep voice, "But young Master Xiu, you have offended me twice in a row." The moment these words were spoken, the atmosphere became somewhat silent. The various elders of the Xiu clan were also shocked by these words, even though it was only a simple sentence. Even though they were simple words, no one dared to underestimate the power of these words. Jia Lai Bai's gaze towards Xiu Zhan was filled with ridicule and mockery. Xiu Zhan's expression changed drastically. He coldly reprimanded, "Yan, why aren't you apologizing to the Grandmaster?" "I didn't do anything wrong." Xiu Yan refused. "You." Xiu Zhan's expression darkened. He bowed again and smiled at Chen Mo. "My son has offended you. It is my fault for not being strict enough. I will apologize to the Grandmaster. I hope the Grandmaster won't take it to heart." Clan leader Xiu, don't worry. I am a magnanimous person and won't take it to heart. Of course, I won't hold a grudge. Quote, because if there is a grudge, it must be avenged on the spot. Withdrawing his gaze from Xiu Yan, Chen Mo raised his chin towards the high platform and said, "The auction has begun. Thank you for your magnanimity." Seeing that Chen Mo's gaze was already on the high platform, Xiu Zhan could only give up and sit down beside him. Xiu Yan was so angry that he grimaced. But he didn't dare to offend him again. Instead, he wrote it down in a small notebook. Under countless gazes, Ya Fei, who was wearing a gorgeous red robe, appeared on the high platform. The exquisite and luxurious robe perfectly outlined the beautiful curves of the woman. Under the robe, a section of snow-white dazzling long legs caused people to have a fiery impulse in their hearts. A silver ribbon was tied around her slender waist, accentuating her slender waist to its fullest extent. This woman's entire body was charming and enchanting. Under the gaze of those long and narrow peach blossom eyes, one might unconsciously take out the gold coins in one's pocket to buy some expensive items that one didn't need. To many men, she was a type of beauty that attracted the hearts of many men, including Chen Mo. At this moment, Chen Mo suddenly felt that the baby queen didn't smell good. Chen Mo admitted that Ya Fei was very good at dressing up. She dressed up to the point that Chen Mo wanted to conquer her and make her try on all the clothes that she had worn before on the bed. But this was only for a moment. After a moment, the baby queen still smelled good. Thinking of the baby queen, a trace of sadness flashed across Chen Mo's eyes. There was still a long way to go if he wanted to hug both of them. Ding! Favorability +2. Obtain 2 favorability coins. Chen Mo was stunned. On the auction stage, Ya Fei looked at Chen Mo in a daze. Her slightly smiling face had a trace of enchanting charm. Ya Fei was quite satisfied that she was able to attract Chen Mo. She didn't waste a lot of time dressing herself up. Moving her gaze away from Chen Mo without leaving a trace, Ya Fei's red lips parted slightly. She clapped her jade-like hands and smiled. Everyone, Ya Fei knows your purpose this time. So, we'll omit some of the appetizers that appeared at the beginning of the auction. We'll directly bring out the final items. As she spoke, Ya Fei waved her jade-like hands, and a crack suddenly appeared at the side of her feet. As the crack continued to expand, a crystal pillar slowly rose up. On top of the crystal pillar was a jade plate. The jade plate was wrapped in a black cloth and slightly bulged. Ya Fei lifted the black cloth and 3 white jade boxes appeared in front of everyone. Ya Fei picked up a white jade box. She carefully opened it. Instantly, a strange fragrance filled the hall. Everyone who smelled it felt refreshed. Qi gathering powder inside the white jade box, a dark green pill the size of a longan was quietly lying there. That alluring fragrance was being emitted from it. Qi gathering powder. Everyone looked at the dark green pill and their bodies shook violently as they cried out in surprise. The eyes of the young men and women in the auction house widened as they stared at the white jade box with heated gazes. Xiao Mei, who was sitting beside Xiao Yan, licked her red lips with her tender tongue as she stared at the pill in the white jade box without blinking. Alright, let's not waste any more words. The starting price for the first Qi gathering powder is 200,000 gold coins. Ya Fei pressed her hand down and the opened white jade box instantly closed. Although Ya Fei's quoted price caused the entire place to fall silent, very quickly, a young man who had already been tempted by the Qi gathering elixir and was now distracted by Ya Fei's every move hurriedly shouted out a price, 230,000. Directly raising the price by 30,000. After shouting out the price, this young man, who thought he was very handsome, gracefully gave Ya Fei a smile that he thought was very charming, but his eyes were fixed on the latter's ample bosom. While she sneered at this young man in her heart, Ya Fei maintained a perfect smile on her face and said to the audience, "Are there any higher bids? 240,000. 250,000. 260,000. After a moment of silence, the arena suddenly became noisy again. Numerous shouts that repeatedly raised the price caused the young man's face to be filled with embarrassment. Finally, when the price was raised to 300,000, he could only embarrassedly return to his seat. Hearing the continuously increasing price, Chen Mo's expression was indifferent. He did not make any moves and adopted a stance of watching from the sidelines. Very quickly, after half an hour of bidding, the price of the first Qi gathering powder was raised to a shocking 400,000. This was Xiao Zan's bid, and from the looks of it, he was determined to win. Chen Mo did not watch from the sidelines and instead lightly tapped the armrest on his right. Sitting to the right of Chen Mo was Ao Ba Pa. When he heard the commotion, he was stunned at first, but after seeing the look in Chen Mo's eyes, he instantly understood. Ao Ba Pa had originally thought that the other party really didn't hold a grudge, but in the end, he was waiting here. 500,000. In order to express his attitude to Chen Mo, Ao Ba Pa directly raised the price by 100,000. Chen Mo, I'm asking you to raise the price to scam him, not scam you. Who would dare to follow you when you suddenly raised 100,000 yuan? Sure enough, as soon as he finished speaking, the entire place fell silent. Everyone looked at Ao Ba Pa, and Jia Lai Bai looked as though he was looking at an idiot. Xiao Zan clasped his fists and smiled. Chief Ao Ba Pa is generous, I'll let you have the first Qi gathering elixir. On the stage, Ya Fei asked if there were any higher bids. Seeing that there weren't any, she pointed at Ao Ba Pa again and smiled. Congratulations to Chief Ao Ba Pa for winning the first Qi gathering elixir at a price of 500,000 gold coins. Ao Ba Pa was still oblivious, and after clasping his fists to the crowd, he also gave Chen Mo an imperceptible look, as if to say that he had done well. He simply thought that Chen Mo did not want Xiao Zan to win the bid. Chen Mo face-palmed, indicating that he wanted to be alone. Ao Ba Pa's expression froze. Chen Mo understood Jia Lai Bai's intentions for the second elixir. Like Ao Ba Pa, he also immediately understood. And he really understood. When he was bidding with Suzanne, he raised the price step by step, and very quickly, the price reached 470,000. It was close to the price of the first elixir. 480,000. Suzanne looked at Jia Lai Bai with an ashen face. In the midst of the competition between the two parties, Ya Fei maintained her charming smile on the stage, looking at the two of them with the gaze of a naked fat sheep. The final price was set, and it was Suzanne who won the bid of 480,000. After the first and second elixirs were won by Ao Ba Pa and Suzanne, the two parties who had already lost a lot of money were unable to continue bidding. In the end, the third elixir was easily won by Jia Lai Bai with a price of 400,000. But with the former Ao Ba Pa, the sucker, Suzanne suddenly did not seem to have lost so much. As the auction ended, it was already night time. In the backstage room, Chen Mo once again bumped into Ya Fei. Ya Fei gave the gold coins from this auction after deducting the handling fee, as well as the remaining gold coins from last time, a total of 1,270,000, to Chen Mo. This time, Chen Mo did not have an excuse to refuse, and accepted it. And this actually gained him some goodwill from Ya Fei. Ya Fei once again gave the ingredients for the Dao Zhedan that she had collected during this time to Chen Mo. Chen Mo put the ingredients into his storage ring, and immediately began the next part of the mission. Chen Mo sipped his tea, and said with a smile, "Do you know why I continuously asked you to help me with the auctions?" Ya Fei was surprised, and pretended to be naive. "Didn't you say you were short of money?" Chen Mo smiled, and Ya Fei also smiled. As a business person, she naturally knew that things were not as simple as they seemed. "Is this the time for a showdown?" Ya Fei smiled. "Why? I am investing in you, or rather, investing in the future you. I need a person or power to deal with trifles for me." Chen Mo put down his teacup, and immediately said, "And after these days of observation, you have completely met my requirements. You can also think of it as me trying to rope you in." Quote. Chen Mo knew that Ya Fei's position in the clan was not very high, otherwise she would not have been pushed out to a border city like Wutan City. If the clan did not need her for a marriage alliance, she would have been marginalized long ago. And Ya Fei was proud and arrogant. She wanted to make a career out of herself, and not be manipulated by others, and even hold power in the clan. But she did not have the strength or connections, and could only rely on her beauty and methods. So she would not let go of any chance to rope in outside help. And the reason why Chen Mo only brought this up now was because he did not want to be too abrupt. Now as time passed, Ya Fei not only got used to Chen Mo, but also saw his methods. Everything was going according to Chen Mo's plan. He believed that Ya Fei would not refuse. After hearing this, Ya Fei was stunned. She had a feeling that she had been seen through. But after she reacted, her heart was wild with joy. She had long wanted to rope in Chen Mo, but she did not know what to use to rope in a grade 4 alchemist. Now that this opportunity had presented itself to her, she had to seize it. If she missed this opportunity, she would not have another chance in her life. Seeing Ya Fei's expression, Chen Mo stood up with a smile, and immediately reached out his hand, happy cooperation. Ya Fei hesitated for a moment, and also reached out her hand. The two shook hands. Open black lens bracket ding. Affection +4, obtained 5 affection coins. Intimacy bonus triggered, obtained Saint rank low level spirit artifact, divine scale heart armor, couple, close black lens bracket. Couple, 2. The moon was like a silver hook. Above Wutan City, the night sky was filled with stars. Both sides of the street were brightly lit and people were coming and going. As Chen Mo walked on the streets, numerous gazes swept over him. Their gazes were filled with admiration and envy. He ignored the gazes of the crowd. As Chen Mo walked on the street, his mind was immersed in his mind. Sacred Scale Heart Armor, a low-level sacred spiritual weapon. Made from a scale of the sacred beast Qilin, it could automatically defend against an enemy's attack. Its defensive power was dependent on the strength of its owner. If one injected battle chi into it, its defensive power would be increased. In other words, even though Chen Mo was a battle spirit, as long as he wore this armor, a normal attack from a battle emperor would not be able to hurt him. As Chen Mo's strength increased, so did his defensive power. Most importantly, it was a couple version with a male and female version. Just as Chen Mo was thinking about whether he should leave the female version for the baby queen or baby butterfly, suddenly, Chen Mo found himself walking on a deserted street. A mysterious black figure emitting a black aura appeared in front of him. Under the system's detection, the other party was a battle emperor at the peak. "Who are you?" Chen Mo narrowed his eyes and asked softly. "Take this." The mysterious black figure did not say anything else. After a hoarse voice came out of his mouth, he turned into a strange shadow and disappeared in front of Chen Mo. When he reappeared, he was already behind Chen Mo. Immediately after, he slammed his palm down. Boom! A golden light flashed and the mysterious black figure slammed down on another golden shadow left behind by Chen Mo. "A Battle King!" Quote. The mysterious black figure suddenly raised his head and saw Chen Mo floating in the sky wearing an alchemist's robe. A pair of enormous golden wings slightly trembled behind Chen Mo's back. "Speak. Tell me who you are. Otherwise, I'm afraid I might accidentally kill you." The corner of Chen Mo's mouth carried a hint of ridicule. He could roughly guess who the mysterious black shadow was. In Wutan City, the only Dao Huang was Zhang Er's bodyguard, Lin Ying. However, this bodyguard, it was indeed a little unqualified. Arrogant, black chi suddenly erupted from the back of the mysterious black figure in all directions. The black chi soared into the sky and covered half of the sky. Soon after, the black chi was withdrawn and formed a pair of black wings on the back of the mysterious black figure. With a flap of its wings, it soared into the sky. He attacked Chen Mo again. "All right, I'll play with you." ... In the pitch black night sky, two streaks of light flew past. Chen Mo was in front, and the mysterious shadow was behind him. A powerful aura erupted. This caused the figures below to raise their heads and look up. The lights in the houses that were originally turned off were also brightly lit. At this moment, the battle above Wutan City quickly attracted the attention of countless strong people in Wutan City. Looking at the two figures flying across the sky, everyone looked at each other. Dao Huang turned into wings. A Dao Wang. How could such a strong person appear in a small Wutan city? Primer Auction House. The people from the three large clans of Wutan City were currently greeting Ya Fei and chatting with her. Suddenly, they felt a fluctuation of aura from the sky. Everyone raised their heads and looked. Then, they were stunned. Looking at the figure being chased, Jia Lai Bai was stunned and said, This is Grandmaster Chen Mo. Dao Chi Wings. Is he also a Dao Wang?" Quote. Once Jia Lai Bai's words came out, everyone's face was filled with shock. Ao Ba Pa's voice trembled as he looked at the mysterious black figure behind Chen Mo and said, "Chen, Grandmaster Mo, is he being chased by another Dao Wang?" Ya Fei covered her red lips. A trace of surprise appeared in her charming eyes as she muttered in her heart, "Didn't he say he was only a Dao Ling?" With her strength, she couldn't see any clues. Behind Xiu Yan's face was filled with joy. "Weren't you arrogant before? Now that you are being chased, you must be feeling bad." Beside Xiu Yan, a trace of surprise flashed across Zhang Er's eyes. Above Wutan City, Chen Mo and the mysterious black figure had already clashed for more than 10 rounds. Under the buff of the Emperor's blood, Chen Mo was suppressed by the mysterious black figure. He was at a disadvantage in every aspect. Although the mysterious black figure had the advantage, he didn't have the slightest advantage and couldn't hurt Chen Mo at all. However, from Chen Mo's aura, he could tell that Chen Mo was only a 3-star Dao Ling. This made the mysterious black figure somewhat sullen. He, a peak Dao Huang, couldn't even hurt a Dao Ling. Originally, Miss only wanted him to test the waters. Now, he had to teach Chen Mo a lesson. Immediately, the mysterious black figure slowly extended his hand and a dark black Dao Chi quickly gathered at the center of his palm. In the blink of an eye, 2 short spears appeared and he clasped them with both hands. Immediately, a 10-foot-long black spear gathered at the center of Ling Ying's palm. On the surface of the long spear, black lines were densely covered. The energy was like a black fog, constantly flowing. Black gas rose in spirals, setting off a somewhat terrifying aura. Not good, they're going to be serious. Below, Ji Yuni, who was standing beside Yafei, suddenly exclaimed. What? Yafei's hand covered her red lips as her pupils shrank. She had just cooperated with Chen Mo. The people from the three great clans looked at each other. Other than Ao Bapa, who was slightly moved, the rest were watching the show. After all, whether Chen Mo lived or died, it didn't have much to do with them. The only thing they were curious about was the true strength of the two. Chen Mo looked at the long spear that appeared in Ling Ying's hand and frowned. He said in a deep voice, I'll ask you one more time, tell me your name. Ling Ying didn't speak. His hand tightly gripped the long black spear as he glanced at Chen Mo, who was still pretending to be mysterious. The corner of his mouth twitched as his right foot took half a step back, his body in a state of accumulating strength. A moment later, his body suddenly twisted. The long spear in his hand carried an incomparably shocking energy as it swept towards Chen Mo. Demon Shadow Devour, looks like you won't speak unless you suffer a little. Chen Mo's figure paused. He raised his right hand above his head and spread out his 5 fingers. An incomparably resplendent energy glow appeared in his palm. Try this move, the first level of the Great Star Technique, Star Fall. As his words fell, the incomparably resplendent energy glow in his palm swept towards the sky. In an instant, the stars in the night sky suddenly exploded with dazzling light, as if they were listening to Chen Mo's command. As Chen Mo's face turned slightly pale, the sky broke open and a resplendent meteor fell down. Its speed was like lightning, cutting through the sky. Feeling the terrifying energy shooting down from the sky, all the people in Wu-Tan City had a change in expression. In an instant, the meteor and the mysterious black shadow collided together. Chen Mo hurriedly retreated, his pale face showing some helplessness. It's another one that consumes my mana while retreating. Chen Mo took out a handful of chi recovery pills from his storage ring and swallowed them into his stomach. Energy recovery pill, a tier 3 medicinal pill that could quickly restore Dao Qi. At the same time, an earth-shattering sound swept out from the point of collision. The sound was so loud that the people below could not help but cover their ears. Sand and rocks flew up from the ground as a fierce wind rose. A beautiful shockwave that could be seen with the naked eye spread out in the air. At the point of collision, some distortions and cracks appeared in the air. Bang! In the next moment, a bloody figure fell from the sky like a kite with a broken string. The figure violently spat out a mouthful of fresh blood in the air and turned into a bloody mist in the air. Soon after, it heavily penetrated a house not far away, causing the house to collapse. It buried the badly mutilated figure inside. In front of the primer auction house, everyone's faces were filled with shock as they looked at Chen Mo in the air. They never expected that this young man, who appeared to be an expert in refining medicine, would actually be so strong in terms of fighting strength. Chen Mo, who seemed to be at a disadvantage in every aspect, actually used such a fierce attack to defeat the mysterious black figure in one move. Yafei's hand covered her red lips. After a moment of silence, a charming smile once again surfaced on her pretty face. Jia Lai Bai looked at the collapsed house in the distance and blankly said to Ao Bapa beside him, Ao Bapa, is your house gone? Jia Lai Bai, your house is gone. Ao Bapa, the collapsed house seemed to be your house. Xiu Zhan looked into the distance. That was the Ao Ba clan's marketplace. The collapsed house was the Ao Ba clan's shop. Strictly speaking, it was indeed Ao Bapa's house. Ao Bapa, so, other than Xiu Yan, no one realized that Zhan had disappeared. Ding, favorability +1. You have received 1 favorability coin. Chen Mo, this was possible. Chen Mo did not hesitate. Flapping his wings, he flew towards the place where the mysterious black figure had fallen. Chen Mo did not kill him. After all, this mysterious black figure might be Ling Ying. If he killed him, it would provoke the person behind him. The loss would outweigh the gain. At the place where the mysterious black shadow fell. On the streets, there were relatively few people because the shops were closed at night. Poochie, the sound of someone coughing up blood suddenly came from where the house collapsed. The surroundings were in a mess. Boom! The mysterious black shadow mobilized the remaining Dao Qi in his body and shook off the collapsing object on his body. The dense black gas dissipated, revealing an elderly figure wearing a black robe. The black robe on his body was tattered, and his entire body was badly mutilated. His aged face was deathly pale and his aura was weak. It was as if he would stop breathing after taking one breath. Chen Mo landed in front of him. Summoning the heaven abyss within his body, he slowly walked toward the mysterious shadow. "Can you speak now?" The blue sword in Chen Mo's hand glowed with a cold light. The mysterious black shadow lay on the ground, its body involuntarily convulsing. It struggled to open its eyes, and its lifeless pupils suddenly shrank. He looked at Chen Mo walking over. Although he was afraid, he did not show it. He said, knowing too much, is not good for you." "Is that so?" Chen Mo said with a smile as he twirled his long sword and made a sword flower. "Old Ling." At this moment, a young girl in a golden robe dashed over from afar. Her delicate figure stood in front of the mysterious black shadow. She raised her head and looked at Chen Mo, who was walking over step by step. A wisp of golden flame flashed across her eyes. "Miss Sun what do you mean?" Chen Mo narrowed his eyes. A terrifying cold light shot out from his eyes as he continued to walk forward. "Wait, don't." Seeing that Chen Mo had bypassed her and arrived in front of old Ling, Jiyu Zun-Er's face was filled with panic. She could not help but say anxiously, "Grandmaster, Chen Mo, I only sent old Ling to test your strength. I don't have any intention to be your enemy. Please be magnanimous and let him go." Quote. Jiyu Zun-Er usually had an arrogant and cold appearance. She would only reveal a slight smile when facing Xiu Yan. At this moment, however, she had a weak appearance. Chen Mo's slanted brows knit together when he heard this, and he carefully sized Zun-Er up for a moment. Even though she'd already started to show signs of beauty at this moment, Chen Mo wasn't interested in little girls that hadn't grown up yet. "Miss Sun-Er, don't think that I will fall for your trick just because you put on a weak and pitiful appearance. This is impossible." Chen Mo smiled coldly. The heaven abyss in his hand pierced into old Ling's chest. Of course, it was not a fatal spot. "Ah!" Old Ling cried out in pain. "Ah!" Zun-Er was also shocked. She covered her small mouth with her hand and exclaimed. She looked at Chen Mo in disbelief. Jiyu Zun-Er, who had grown up in a greenhouse, even the people around her were smiling. When had she ever seen such a scene? "Hence," she said angrily, "you won't be able to live after killing old Ling." "Are you threatening me?" Chen Mo pulled out the heaven abyss. Instantly, a column of blood spurted out from old Ling's chest. Then, without hesitation, the sword pierced into old Ling's thigh. Old Ling took a deep breath and fainted from the pain. "I hate threats the most," Chen Mo said. Zun-Er panicked completely. Old Ling had watched her grow up. She immediately begged, "Stop, Chen Mo, Zun-Er was wrong. Zun-Er shouldn't have sent people to test you. Please let old Ling go." "Oh," Chen Mo shrugged. After all, she had the ancient race behind her. He didn't want to offend her too much. He said, "But if I don't kill him, I won't feel at ease." After saying that, Chen Mo made a gesture to kill old Ling. "No, Zun-Er can compensate for your loss. Apart from that, you can ask for anything you want." Zun-Er understood the meaning behind Chen Mo's words. She hurriedly said, "Sai, you should have said so earlier. If you had said so earlier, old Mr. Ling wouldn't have suffered 2 more swords for no reason." Chen Mo immediately pulled out the sword. Then, he flicked his finger. A few strands of battle chi hit Ling Ying's key acupuncture points to stop the bleeding. Actually, if Zun-Er had held on for a while longer, Chen Mo would have withdrawn his sword. There was no other way. The current him didn't dare to kill Ling Ying. Chen Mo looked at Zun-Er as if he was looking at a sheep. He said, "Tell me, Miss Zun-Er, what kind of compensation can you give? Think carefully before you speak." Zun-Er frowned. When she was about to answer, she heard a voice not far away. Her expression changed. She didn't want to expose herself now. Otherwise, she wouldn't give Chen Mo any compensation. Chen Mo saw Zun-Er's expression. He said, "You don't want to expose yourself." Zun-Er nodded. She was a little anxious. "Let's go." Chen Mo lifted Ling Ying's robe and quickly hugged Zhen Er's waist. They turned into a beam of golden light and disappeared from this place.